He said, I'd like to see my drive improve. He said, I used to have a very bad hook. He said, I've corrected that, but I'm trying to have, a draw, a right to left. He's a right-handed golfer. He said, but I'll have this late fade that'll sometimes, take distance off my drive or make it actually, go out of bounds to the right. So we talked about, I asked him to demonstrate his pre-shot routine, which, is pretty typical. Stand behind the ball with the ball teed up, look out, over the hole, survey the contour of the fairway, pick out a target in the distance, identify the target line, and then move, over the ball. What we uncovered with him is that he really didn't have a sense of how to breathe. So we introduced a simple clearing breath, relaxation, focus, and automatic execution. So this is the confidence pyramid that I use. This is what guides me when I do my initial assessment. And I start with the bottom left. And I'll say, how would you assess your talent compared to your competitive peers? Would you say you're about average, above average, or below average? It's an interesting question to ask someone. And then I want to find out how much experience they have. So not all athletes are the same with the same number of years of experience. It's really how many years of experience, but how many years of experience at a certain competitive level. So if somebody's played soccer for 7 years, but they've been evidence that being physically active is a good antidote to inattention distractibility. Some people are drawn to sports because sports improve inattention distractibility. There's also good literature that depression and anxiety are diminished by being physically active. So if you see an over-anxious child or a child with depressive tendencies, then involvement in physical activity or sport may be one of the things that you would suggest. Then in this second stage, it's training to train. So it's just basic sport skills. Your focus is focusing on skill acquisition. And then with more effort, if you think back to that grit slide, then you get skill achievement. But if you look at the breakdown, so these are some things you do. That power nap, is an important thing. They're best taken in a chair or on a couch rather than in the bed. Because if you go into your bedroom and you go flat on your back, you're much more likely to take a much longer nap. And in some individuals, that's going to cut off time. Then, as you finish your day, you've maintained the energy by stress, recovery, stress, recovery, stress. The stress intervals, the demand intervals are longer. The recovery intervals are shorter. Then you want to try to take the energy you've maintained and make sure you release it so that you're unwinding so that you're more likely to be able to fall asleep. So that would mean low lighting, more like lamps on tables, lower level of stimulation. So if you watch